drawing. So she has a variety of things that she loves to do. At school, her favorite subjects are reading and math, and she enjoys playing with her friends during recess because those friends are not in class with her. So she got split this year. When she grows up, she wants to become a career firefighter, which I found very interesting because she has no one in her family that is a firefighter, so she would be the first. And she wants to become this firefighter because she thinks it's rewarding to put out fires and help others. Carly's a great role model for her peers, is incredibly responsible, and embodies the qualities and characteristics of an ideal student. She continually displays leadership, responsibility, and wonderful manners, a positive attitude and willingness to learn and grow from her mistakes will take her far.
So on behalf of the entire Board of School Directors and Administration, we want to once again thank all of our students of the month and their families. Your hard work, leadership, and commitment to excellence truly make our district proud. We're inspired by your achievement, both in and out of the classroom, and we look forward to seeing all you continue to accomplish. Congratulations and thank you for representing the very best of Littlestown Area School District. So at this time, we will get a group photo with Mr. Moran in the lobby. You're welcome to stay for the remainder of the business of the meeting, but we're in no way obligated. Thank you all very much for attending. We now recognize members of the public who have signed up to provide comment as stipulated in policy 903. When your name is called, please approach the podium and state your name, confirm you're a resident, you're a taxpayer in the district, and the topic of discussion for the record. Please direct your comments to the board as a whole, not to an individual. We ask that you limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. The privilege to speak may be interrupted, revoked, or recess of the meeting may be called by the chair if the speaker does not observe principal decorum.
I'd like to make a Sunshine Act challenge, please.
State your objection.
Tonight, for the very first time, Acting Superintendent has insisted that I include my address and phone number on the sheet, and insisting that I would not be permitted to give public comment if I did not. Even though, as I told him, the board secretary already has my information as well as the district records. Therefore, she can confirm that I'm a district resident without requiring that information. Section 701 or 710.1 of the Sunshine Act requires providing reasonable opportunity for residents and taxpayers of the district to comment on matters of concern. It isn't reasonable when I've shared my concerns about the harassment I've received via mail, through the post office, and via phone. And that is my reason for having my information out there available to the board or anybody else, because I've been harassed. Therefore, it isn't reasonable for you to require that information when my residency can already be established.
Mr. Walter?
Yeah, thank you. The objection will be noted in the minutes, and you are correct, Ms. Johnson. The Sunshine Act requires that residents and taxpayers be given the opportunity to provide public comment. However, the law does allow public agencies to put reasonable requirements in place for the orderly management of public comment under the Sunshine Act, requiring the name and address of all individuals providing public comment serves to verify that they are in fact a resident or taxpayer of the political subdivision. I don't believe this is shared out publicly. I don't think the district is going to be putting your address out there publicly. I have no reason to believe that. We're not going to share it with anyone that may harass you as you have indicated.
But if I have safety concerns,
Districts throughout the Commonwealth do require all the commenters to give the name and address, although not publicly to everybody, but on a sign-in sheet before public comment.
But if I have-
The objection is noted, it is understood, I believe you can proceed with public comment.
I think it's reasonable to confirm it through the board records that she can do it. That's,
Do you wish to make public comment?
yes, I do.
Please do so at this time.
My name is Suzanne Johnson, as is well established, I'm a district parent, taxpayer, and voter. As the fall sports and marching band season begins to wrap up, I would like to acknowledge the great contributions from our students, coaches, staff, and volunteers. In particular, I'd like to congratulate sophomore Mason Peart, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, as he took gold in the district golf championships and heads to states next week. I'm wishing the field hockey team well as they compete in the league quarterfinals tomorrow.
Ms. Johnson, can you pause for just one moment? Pause for time. It appears that you have brought your recording device to the podium. Is that accurate?
Yep,
Are you recording?
for safety purposes, yes.
Our board recording guidelines require that all recording devices be operated in the designated recording area. Please comply with the board's established recording guidelines.
As I've established in my lawsuit, it's not reasonable, your rules are not reasonable nor necessary for the conduct of a meeting. Again, you're violating my rights under unreasonable terms.
Okay.
I'm not interrupting the conduct of a meeting.
We're not going to debate whether that's the case. You can do so in your frivolous litigation.
And I
what we
don't
do-
appreciate you
Well,
saying it's frivolous. Can you
Johnson.
strike that comment at least?
Um,
Can you strike the frivolous comment?
Absolutely.
Yes, that is
So,
absolutely
Ms.
incorrect.
Johnson, you're out of order.
No, you're out of order.
I've asked you to please comply with the recording guidelines at this time.
So you're going to interfere with my rights.
You know, we are asking you to comply with the board's designated recording guidelines,
Which interferes with my rights, and if I do not,
which it does not.
yes it does, and if I do not,
Ms. Johnson, at this point, you are disrupting the meeting.
No, I'm not.
Engagement.
you're disrupting the meeting.
So,
I'm asking you what the consequence is if I continue to exercise my
I
rights.
think that you are well aware of what the consequences are.
No,
As
okay,
you have
I-
read the recording guidelines.
No, I'm
and
asking you.
Commented publicly on
Okay,
them.
well, I'll continue with my comment if you can't answer my.
So are you refusing to comply with the recording?
What are the consequences if I refuse to comply with your violation of my rights?
The board guidelines state that the chairperson may request termination of recording, request any individual leave the meeting when that person is not the reason to depart, request the assistance of security or law enforcement officers to remove a disorderly person when the person's conduct interferes with the progress of the meeting. Call recess to return to another time. That's board recording guidelines, which I know that you've read. So at this
Yeah,
time,
they're not valid.
they are valid.
No.
They are legally approved by the board. Please at this time comply with the board recording guidelines.
Okay, well, it will be noted in the lawsuit further. I don't understand why you want to further subject yourself to legal consequences. When I'm not
Can
interfering
you
with
place
you.
your recording device in the?
It's not recording, it is off.
There's no way for the board to know that.
He can confirm, is it off? There's no lights on, it's off. It's off.
Okay.
You just watched me turn it off.
At this time, we'll respect the representation going forward. Please leave the device in designated areas. You can continue.
can you reset my time? Because now I have no idea where I was.
You
And I
have
was
4
trying to congratulate a student.
You have 4.5 minutes.
I've also enjoyed the growth I've seen in the marching band over the season as they competed in area competitions while also showing up each week to support football and cheer. I'm hoping to see many head to New Oxford on November 1st for the Cavalcade of Bands Championship to show support for our Littlestown one town, one team support. Now turning to some agenda items discussed in committee meetings last week and on the draft agenda for next week. I must again speak up for the teachers and staff as the board considers updates to the freedom of speech by employees policy. Again, violations of the First Amendment. The policy states in situations in which a district employee is not engaged in the performance of assigned duties, the employee's freedom of speech may be addressed when the employee's speech impedes efficiency or constitutes a reasonable likelihood of disruption. I'm particularly concerned about the vague wording and potential abuse of the policy that includes restrictions on free speech perceived as, quote, impairing harmony among coworkers or having a detrimental impact on close working relationships requiring loyalty. There's that word loyalty that's being used in national tests of political nature. Dr. Berriesman's assertion last week that the district hasn't had issues with the freedom of speech by employees is simply inaccurate. Dr. Berriesman is certainly aware of an employee's resignation last November stemming from conflicts with board member Ressler. When Brian Moyer resigned from the board in July, I shared my concern that we were losing an important perspective with him being a teacher and his wife teaching in the district. I reiterated the importance of ensuring the board gets input directly from teachers because many don't feel free to share their opinions. Although concerns about freedom of speech have intensified with the last board, there is a long-standing fear of retaliation in this district that existed under previous boards and administration. For example, when Mr. Bigger was superintendent, a bus driver was chastised for trying to share his safety concern about repeated attempts to notify the administration to no avail to address behavior issues that were distraction while the driver was trying to simultaneously manage student behavior and driver and road conditions around him. Regarding updates to the conflict of interest, limiting it to $249 monetary value is way too high. I believe a more nominal limit would be $25 to avoid the transparency of potential bias, or appearance of potential bias. Further, the policy should specify limiting occurrences to once per year from any given entity to ensure that the joint effect of multiple guests doesn't compromise impartiality. Finally, I must reiterate that as this administration and board look at capital projects and other spending this year, there needs to be more consideration of the impact to taxes and some hard decisions need to be made about spending priorities. Last year, there were minimal cuts to capital projects such as delaying purchase of carpeting, but this board, including Lovell, Ewan, Yerger, and both presidents went on to approve moving $3.2 million to capital reserves, large facility grant projects, and design of extensive athletic field projects. It is not fiscally responsible to continue to pass budgets with large deficits and approve expensive new spending initiatives. At the November general election, voters need to demand change for what's best for our students, teachers, and taxpayers. It's beyond time to say no to Ewan, Yerger, and Ressler. Y'all are corrupt.
To reiterate and echo some of my comments from last month's.
If you're not going to answer my
You
questions,
can
don't.
expect the board to be extremely diligent in ensuring that we comply with the Sunshine Act, Pennsylvania school law, and all board policies, procedures, and guidelines.
Yeah, right.
And when needed, we will enforce those standards so that the governance is fair, transparent, and consistent. Moving on with the agenda.
Next slide. Just I'll make a statement
No.
since I was named regarding an employee that left because of me. I know that we cannot disclose why employees leave, but there was never any employee that left with the excuse given as me or any other board member. So that is unexplainably false information. I want to clear the record for that. That's not true.
Gil?
Thank you, Mr. Lovell, board members. Almost at the end of this, by the way.
It's about time.
And nobody's happier than me. There's the stats. We're still about the same. We've had one lost weather day and 2 lost power days. Hopefully the snow is going to hold off until after the project's completed. At least that's my hope. We're into the 25th month of the project. The next slide, Carrie, please. In this one, we're in pretty much all of the areas on the left side here, F, G, A, E, finishing things up. Next slide, please. Okay, the gold gym, we're finishing most of that up today. There's still some items that have to be taken care of. There's another scoreboard that has to go up. Bleacher installers were there today. Drilled the holes in the floor for the volleyball nets. The terrazzo patching is completed except for the lobby area where it still has to be finished. There's a coating that has to go over it to take out the swirl marks that you see there. Excuse me. Cafeteria serving line is operational. There's a couple items that the contractor took back to make some repairs so it looks a little nicer, so that there's no wiring or anything that comes down where people can see it. Kitchen area is ready for equipment installation. The hoods are all in. The fire suppression system is in. Dish machine is installed. They're still doing some operational stuff on that. The renovated bathrooms in the first floor in Area A are ready to have fixtures put in. The new bathrooms behind the commons area are ready to have fixtures put in as well. The back of the stage area, the set shop and choral area, they poured the trenches today back there to fill the piping in. So they'll be starting the walls in there probably within the next week. Next slide, please. The second floor in Area A is being worked on. The demo's just about done. The roughing in plumbing and ductwork and overhead ductwork and installing heating and cooling units. The renovated bathrooms, the stud walls are up there. They haven't put drywall up on them yet, but they did get the stud walls up last week. The learning stairs are poured. The contractors stayed off of them so that they could set without cracking. The concrete has to be polished on those. Commons area is being painted. The courtyard area is being graded for Hanover Architectural to come in and lay the tiles that they're going to put in the courtyard. Sidewalks in the area behind the cafeteria and along the E-wing and 100 Hall are what they are completed as of today. Next slide, please. The front parking area outside the athletic entrance is being prepped for paving. The parking lot on Parkway is being prepped for paving. They had hoped to have that paving done by the end of this month. I think that's going to be close, but I hope they can get it in. Next slide, please. We didn't have any issues this month, and we don't have any outstanding. There's the numbers. The pay apps approved to date, $39,715,608.90. Where the 90 cents came from, but the net change by change orders to date is $914,527.09. The 90 cents is because Thomas is accurate, probably. I didn't write. Next slide, please. That's that's the gold gym after they had sanded the floor. Being prepped to get the floor finish on and the lines. Next slide, please. Those are the terrazzo floors. You can see some of the swirl marks that I was talking about. Those disappear once they put the finish down on them. Next slide. That's one side of the kitchen hood. It's two-sided. The equipment goes on both sides of that hood. The fire suppression is in the hood above. Next slide, please. Those are the cooler and the new freezer in the kitchen area. They're completed. Next slide, please. That's the learning stairs after they got the steel put in prior to pouring the concrete. You can see some of the new acoustical walls above that, the curved walls. Next slide, please. And that's the stairs after they were poured. You can see the gentleman at the top finishing off the concrete. Those will be polished. There's tile that goes in where you see the red. There's a stairway at the extreme right of that picture that you use to go up to the second floor. And then this learning steps are for people to sit on, do homework on, read books on, whatever. Next slide, please. That's the new entrance at the end of the E-wing, the 100 hall, with the new canopy, and you can see the sidewalks in. The driveway to the left is the pickup area for students and drop off. Next slide, please. That's the parking lot along Parkway. Those are the islands that have been put into it, the curbs that were work. The area at the top of the picture is the end of the 100 hallway. Next slide, please. That is the ramp for the loading dock for the cafeteria. They were just finishing pouring it. They had one section to do yet when I was there. That's where the trucks go back down in and unload the food and supplies for the building. Next slide, please. That's a shot of the commons area outside the library on the second floor. I had never seen a slide of that one. You had never seen a slide of that yet, as it was finished, with the furniture and the ramp and the acoustical ceiling. Next slide, please. That is the artist's rendering